Hi guys, welcome to another metal detecting video. So I know what you're thinking, it's probably been a little while since I've recorded a video, and you're absolutely right, it's been absolutely ages. But you know, with lockdowns and all this pandemic and all the other bits and bobs going on, it's just been really difficult to get out. And every time I've got out, it's only been for a couple of hours, and I thought, well, there's not much point in recording a video. However, it's now February, which is 2021, and I've got a week off. It's not the best of weather, but it's dry, it's a bit windy, so hopefully you're going to be able to hear me. And I'm out to do some detecting. So I thought, hey, I'll just film another video today, because you never know, something good might come up. So I'm actually on a new permission today. It's a brand new permission. I haven't had it that long really, but it does sort of encompass just acres and acres and acres of land. So it's really difficult to kind of pick and choose where I'm going to go to do some detecting. And I've done a bit of research, and I thought, well, I'll come into this grass field. It's a pasture field, it's got sheep in it. It's had sheep in it for quite some time. And give it a go and see what we can come up with. So yeah, it's quite an interesting field, this one actually. It's got some standing stones in there. They're not you know, Stonehenge or anything like that, but they are quite interesting. I think they're marked up on the historic database as old sort of field boundaries, but they do reckon that they're probably prehistoric or something like that. So yeah, they're quite interesting. There seems to be about 3 or 4 of them in here. I'll show you one in a minute when I get close to one. But other than that, yeah, it's just a case of getting out, seeing what we can find, and hopefully pull up some good stuff. So unless you try, you're never going to know. So yeah, enough of me talking. Let's get cracking, let's do some detecting, and yeah, I'll show you the bits as they come out. See you in a bit. Okay, so I thought just before I start digging some holes, I'd show you the standing stones that I mentioned about. So this is one of them. This is probably the most prominent one, and as you can see, it's at quite an angle, but it's fairly big. I mean, I'd probably say that if that was stood upright, that was probably about the same height as me, and I'm about 5'8". And you can see, just walking back, it's yeah, it's quite a nice sort of depression in the field, where obviously it's been buried in. But yeah, it's quite cool. It's quite interesting. It's certainly very crude, isn't it? It's very sort of rudimental. It's not got many. Well, it's not carved very well. Just see if I can get a bit closer and show you a little bit. But yeah. I think it looks like the local limestone. It's just a big old slab of limestone that somebody has obviously just decided to stick in and use as a marker for some reason. But according to the records, there was about, well, there was 4 actually in this field at one stage. There was one over here, I don't know if you can see the marker here, and they sort of formed like a square really, I suppose, which seems a bit odd if they were field boundaries, because I wouldn't imagine there would have been so many in such a close cluster, you know. But hey, who knows? I've got no idea whether this field has been done before, by the way, so the chances are we're probably not going to find much, and if we do, it's extremely lucky. It's a nice sort of little outcrop of rocks up here, and that's definitely the highest point in the field. It's probably the highest point in the landscape locally, I would say. So that should be quite an interesting little place to go. And yeah, there's some sheep. And lots of other fields. Lots of other fields. All owned by the same person, I believe. So yeah, can't wait to get in some of those as well, because they're all ploughed up. But hey, today we're in this one. Let's get cracking and see if we can find something. See you on the first one. Okay, so this is my very first signal of the day, and this one has popped out here. I don't know what it is yet, I haven't really had a look, but it doesn't look like anything particularly noteworthy. Let's just clean it up and see if we can get anything off it. It's pretty bent up, whatever it is. It's got some sort of fixing hole there. I don't know if you can just see that little hole in it there. So, yeah, I don't really know. I don't think there's any markings on it, but it's possibly like a nameplate. So that could be off of a strap, or it could be off of some sort of farm machinery or something like that. But yeah, I don't think there's anything on it particularly. But oh well, gave a nice signal. Let's crack on, see what else we can get. See you on the next one. Okay, so just had another target, and this one little popped out. Looks like it's made of aluminium, something like that. It's very light. Looks to me like it's part of an old toy car, something like that, I would say. So yeah, someone's probably been up here playing with their toy cars, probably left it up here, and yeah, over time it's just got smashed up. And that's probably a very small part of it. I don't know what part, but yeah, I'd definitely say that was part of an old toy car. So, oh well, on to the next one. See you in a bit. Okay, so I've just had my very first coin of the day, and it's an old penny. I've cleaned it up on this side. I haven't cleaned it up on the other side yet, as you can see. But yeah, first coin of the day. It's very, very worn. See if I can put it in focus for you. I've managed to get a date from the bottom there, which I don't know if you're going to be able to see. It's incredibly difficult for me to see, but I'm pretty sure that says 1865. So that would be a relatively young Victoria. But yeah, it's very worn, but it's got a nice bit of patina on it, which means that's good. So if there's any more coins in here, then hopefully this ground should preserve the patina and the detail. But oh well, oh, dropped it. That's that one. Let's move on, see if we can get something else. See you in a bit. Okay guys, so how long have I been detecting for now? Probably 25 minutes, something like that. And I started up there where the bungalow is, and that's where my bag is. And I did a little trek up around that sort of high peak. Didn't really find much up there, to be honest, and then I sort of worked my way down here, and then I went along the hedgerow there, but I didn't have much joy there because I don't know if you can see, but there is power lines. So my detector and the EMI was just going a bit scatty, so I thought, right, I'm just going to go into the middle of this field, and I had a signal down here. It was a bit of a dodgy signal, but it was quite nice. And I've taken the plug out, and check this out. Oh, look at that. Now, first impressions, that's a gold ring. However, I haven't taken it out yet. I saw it there, and I was like, oh my god, I've got to film this. But yeah, I haven't actually taken it out. So together, we are going to pull this out, and hopefully it's not a bottle top or something like that, but let's have a look. Oh, it does look gold. Oh, it really does look like a gold ring. Surely that's a gold ring, isn't it? Oh my god, I think it is. It is. It's got an inscription on the inside. Oh, that is awesome. That is flipping awesome. Oh, that's so cool. Okay, so well, I've got to do a gold dance, haven't I? It's part and parcel. Okay. Please don't go anywhere. Gold! 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 Yes! Oh. Ah. Right, so these sheep probably think that I am an absolute lunatic. I don't care, because I've just found a gold ring live on camera. Oh, so cool. I apologise about my gold dance, by the way. I've very rarely done one, so yeah, I'm not exactly a professional. Oh, wicked. Right, I'm going to clean this up. I'm going to clean this up, see if I can find out what the inscription is on the inside, and then I'll get back to you. Woohoo! Gold! Okay guys, so I've calmed down a little bit now, although I am still fairly excited, understandably. And I've had a little clean of it, and I've looked in the inside, and there is an inscription in there. Now, I completely get that this is going to be very difficult for you to see, but if you look, it says True Love on the inside. And there are some hallmarks, but as I don't really know too much about hallmarks, I'll have to research those when I get home later. But it's a nice gold colour. It's like a deep yellow colour, which means it's probably quite a high carat gold, that. And yeah, that's pretty cool. I don't think it's that old, to be fair. I mean, it's got hallmarks, so it's probably in the last 100 to 200 years, something like that. But still a cracking find. Chuffed with that. The crazy thing is that I split off from the side right over there, and I just thought, you know, I literally could have walked anywhere in this field, and I walked right over that. So it just goes to show that it doesn't matter where you go, you can just stumble across absolutely anything, and that is why I love this hobby. You know, that it's turned a miserable, cold, and what looks like going to be a rainy day into an absolutely awesome day with a bit of a gold ring. Fantastic. Right, anyway, let's find some more. Let's see what else is in here. Catch you on the next one. Okay, so, well, about 5 minutes on from the gold ring. Not too far away from that gold ring, to be fair. Had another signal down here, and if you look inside the hole, you can see this thing here, which is usually a coin ball. So I haven't cracked it open yet, but take a listen. Yep, so it's definitely in there. So let's crack it open and see what's inside. So anything in that bit? Nope. Anything in this bit? Nope. Wait, is it in that bit? No. So it's always in the last bit, isn't it? It's always in the last bit. There you go. Right. Oh, here we go. Wow. So it's not a coin ball, but it is a ball, and it has a buckle in it. Now, I've got to be really careful with this because I can see that the buckle has still got the pin, which is quite cool. Check that out. That's quite nice. So it's a spectacle buckle. So it's what, 18th, 17th century, something like that, with pin intact. That's pretty cool. That's really cool. So it just goes to show that, you know, I don't think this field's ever really been done, and if it has, then it's not been done very well, that's for sure, is it? But there you go, a nice spectacle buckle, one in the bag. Let's move on, see what else we can get. See you on the next one. Okay guys, so I've just had another signal, and typically the wind has just picked up just as I'm about to film, so if you can't hear me I do apologise, but here it is in here. So I've dug out the plug and I was digging around in here with my pinpointer, and there we go. So that looks to me like another buckle, but let's take it out and have a look. Yes, that's definitely another buckle. Quite a nice one too, actually. So it's not too old. Probably say that was sort of 19th, 20th century, something like that. Would have had a pin that went right across there. So belt buckle, that one for sure. But a nice example. I mean, it looks, other than the mud, it looks like it was dropped yesterday. So that's cool. Alright, another buckle. Let's crack on, see what else we can get. Right, so back again guys. Just had a screaming signal down the bottom end of the field. So where am I? Found the gold sort of up there near that bucket. Yeah, just walked down here and just had this thing pop out, which looks like a big buckle again. That's a huge buckle, isn't it? Huge buckle. Obviously it's, I don't know, I think it's too big to be a belt buckle. That could possibly be like a horse strap buckle or something like that. But yeah, nice big sort of bronze buckle, really good signal. Quite deep too, I'd probably say that's 8 inches plus. So yeah, there's that one. Lots of buckles in this field. But I've just spotted something over the hedge in the field next door, which also belongs to this this landowner, and I'm just going to go and have a quick look, so I shall speak to you in a bit. Okay, so yeah, I was looking in the next field as I was walking along this one, and I just saw this little thing poking out, and I thought, well, that's really strange, so I thought I'd come and film it and let you guys have a look. Look at that, that's odd, isn't it? I can honestly say I have no idea what that is, but it looks pretty interesting. If there's a way for me to get in where I don't have to climb the fence, then I might go in and have a little poke around and see if we can figure out what it is from inside the field. But yeah, what's cool about that field is that obviously it's in stubble. Strangely enough, the farmer's just arrived with his plough, so he's going to be ploughing it up. Which is a bit of a shame actually, because I'd have liked to have got in there when it's like that. But oh well, if I can get in there, then we'll have a look at that together. But that looks really interesting. Right, catch you in a bit. Okay, so I've just come into the field where the farmer started ploughing it. And I just stopped and had a little chat with him and sort of said, oh, you know, how long have you been ploughing the fields for and stuff like that, and have you ever come across anything? But of course when you're ploughing, you're not really always looking for small items in the ground, so understandably he said no, I haven't ever found a lot. But I said, is it alright if I quickly just come in here and film some of the bits that I've seen in here before he ploughs it? And he said, yeah, go for it. And what he also told me was that feature down there that I spotted in the other field, I was in this field over here, in this grass field. So he said that this particular feature is a well, and it's covered up now. And he said there's also another well on the top of the hill somewhere. So that's really interesting. It's a well that we've been using for quite some time. And what I've also just spotted in here is another sort of, well, what looks like another well. So check that out. I actually wasn't expecting to see that, but that is pretty cool. How awesome. And obviously the well is pretty dried up now, and what they've done is they've sort of put this big stone here so that nobody falls in it. But that's really cool. I don't think I've actually spotted these wells on any of the old maps. So I wonder how old they are. No idea. But that's pretty cool. Awesome. So let's take a little walk down towards the other well and see if we can see anything on that one. Right, I'll catch you in a bit. Right guys, so we're just getting up close to the other well. Not sure if you can hear me because it is really, really windy. But it's a really interesting piece of history actually. I mean, two wells, really well constructed. Well, sorry for the pun, but in the same field as well. So how cool. I can hear water in this one. I can still hear water in it. Check that out. It's awesome. So there's obviously still water coming out of this one. I have no idea where it's piped from. Obviously could be a natural spring, but it doesn't appear to be that low beneath the ground. So I would imagine that is probably piped, and then they've just put the well here to gather the water. And my gut instinct thinks that these are probably used for farming. So maybe these were used to water the land. I mean, two in one field. It's quite close to the local village, so this is really cool. Look, there's an old iron gate spike there, so that would have held the latch, I suppose, that would have gone over the gate. And this big old stone here is probably where everybody sat or stood to gather their water from inside. That is a really nice feature. I'm sure there's a great story to tell about this well. And I think before I upload the video, I'm probably going to do a little bit of research maybe, and hopefully put it on there for you to see. But that's really cool. I'm so glad I spotted these. Do you know, I'm a bit gutted though, because this is the last stubble field in this particular area that's left, well, that hasn't been ploughed yet. And of course he's ploughing it up, and it's going to be such a rough surface that I'm never ever going to be able to detect it until it's sort of rolled and fertilised and cultivated. But oh, that's a shame. I reckon there would have been some really, really good stuff in these fields, really good fields. And within an hour he's probably going to have done this entire field, so I don't think there's going to be much chance really for me to do much detecting without getting in his way. So that's a bit of a shame, but I'm glad I found them. I'll try and find out a little bit about them, and hopefully I can put some information up online about them. But let's get back to detecting, and I'll see you on the next one. Okay guys, so I've come back into the grass field, as you can see. Been detecting for quite some time really, I'd probably say more than half an hour, and I haven't really had much at all, but just had quite a nice signal here. It's in the sort of middle of the field, and I dug it out and this one popped out, and that is what I believe to be some sort of World War II anti-aircraft shrapnel, possibly. Not really too sure, to be honest with you. It's sort of like a copper bronze. I have found quite a few bits of anti-aircraft, what they call driving bands, around here, but yeah, I've never found anything like that. I mean, it could very possibly be part of a World War II shell, but then again it could be anything. So there's that one. So yeah, I haven't really got too much long left now, to be honest with you. I'm probably going to go for about another sort of 10-15 minutes, I think, just see what we can get out of the field. I'm just making my way back to the van, so if you've watched my videos before, you'll remember that usually I get good stuff when I'm on my way home. So usually the last signal of the day is a relatively good one, but I don't think I'm going to top that gold ring today, that's for sure. Cool, right, so that's that one. If I get anything else, I'll let you know. See you on the next one.